why people break up in relationships. There's a reason why people break up. Thank you, Chef Baby. There's a specific reason why people break up in relationships. Some people, I need y'all to get this. Some people break up in relationships because of cheating. Some people break up in relationships because of money. Some people because of jealousy. All of us break up. All of us have experienced. Hey Val. All of us have experienced a breakup. And if you haven't experienced a breakup, I'm not talking to you. I'm only talking to the people who knows what it's like. Yeah, hey, Danella, yeah. I'm talking to the people who only knows what it's like to be in a relationship and have gone through a breakup. I'm talking about specifically, and I'm going to argue the point why you should never go back to your ex. And if you go back to your ex, 72, listen to me, only 72% of those that go back to their ex fail. 72% of the relationships of people getting back together fail. So I want to go through the dynamics as to why you ought think about before you get in a relationship with your ex. Whenever we date, there's a reason why we broke up. Be it if the reason is cheating, if the reason is money, if the reason is jealousy, there's a reason. But what happens is that most people, they go back to their ex, not resolving the issue for the breakup. So they'll go back because the ex says to them, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. And because they say, I'm sorry, and I won't do it again, and we haven't found anybody, then we'll be quick to allow them to come back based off of them merely saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry in 2025 is no longer good enough. Let me give that to you again. I'm sorry in 2025. It wasn't good in 2024. It wasn't exactly. Hey, Melissa, it wasn't good in 2020. I'm sorry to allow somebody. Sorry is the hard. Exactly, DJ. Sorry, I'm sorry is no longer and has never been a reason to allow somebody to come back. When we were in when I was in elementary, right, DJ Viv, when I was in elementary, before the teacher let me in the class after I got in trouble, the teacher would say, now give me a reason why I should let you back in the class. Yeah. You messed up. And I say, but I'm sorry. And the teacher would say, sorry isn't good enough. Tell me why. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, DJ. Tell me why. I'm going to start with one. I'm going to tell you why it's not good to allow to go back into a relationship that was I'm gonna give you one reason why not to go back into a relationship, a couple of reasons why you shouldn't go back, and then I'm gonna give you only 2 reasons why you should. It's only 2 reasons why you should. I'm gonna start off with the reasons why you shouldn't. The reason being you should never go back is because the person realizes, if it's for cheating, the person realizes how they got caught. How they got caught. And so if they realize how they got caught, they learn from their mistakes, when they go back, they begin to think that they know you. And so by allowing them to come back, most people take you for granted. They understand your patterns. Which makes it easier for them to maneuver more and better than what they did. Whenever we break up with somebody, they thought about why they broke up with us. They thought it over. And for some people, if they got caught cheating, they will come back and do it a different way. The same person, but doing it a different way. Why? Because they understand your pattern. This is why we never want to allow our exes to come back. It's only two reasons why they want to come back. It's only two reasons. Let me give you all those first. It's only two reasons as to why your exes want to come back. It's because they don't want nobody else to have you. And so because they don't want anybody else to have you, guess what they do, Val? Is that they will try to step in and be the barrier from you getting with somebody else. They really don't even want to be with you. Some of them really don't like you. Some of your exes really don't like you, but they don't want anybody else to get you. Because there's a certain level of attachment that they have, or a certain level of ownership that they feel they have over you. So what they do is that they'll call you and they'll say to you, they'll say, "Oh, Melissa." They'll say to you, they'll say, "Melissa." They'll say, oh, Melissa, Crystal, baby, I miss you. They really don't feel that. But the threat of somebody else having you makes their ego kick in. And it's their ego. It's their ego that makes them want you. It's not their heart. Yeah. Their ego makes them want you, and it's not their heart. The other reason X wants to come back, the other reason they want to come back is because your absence is painful. Yeah. And the other reason why they want to come back is because your absence has pained them. It has become so painful that in order to ease the pain, they want you and there to make them feel secure. In other words, they really don't want you there. They need to use you as some Tylenol. They need to use you as their Advil. They need to use you as their Advil, and as a result of using you as their Advil, they really don't want you. So I got that out the way. So the first thing is cheating. The first thing you shouldn't go back is because people should only have one chance as it pertains to dating to manipulate you. And once they have manipulated you, there shouldn't be any other chances. Yeah, DJ, they shouldn't have any other chances. Once you get one chance, everybody put one chance in the chat. You only get one chance to manipulate me. You only get one chance to mismanage my feelings. You only get one chance to mishandle me or misuse me. And after you have that one chance, you get no more. I would rather be with somebody new and rebuild myself in their eyes. I would reinvent myself and cover any holes that I may have created with my other relationships, than to go back to somebody who misused me. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So the other thing is that you never want to go back, because the other reason is that they're jealous of you. If you broke up, be it based on jealousy. In this climate, some people will just be jealous of you because of how God is blessing you. Yeah, exactly. Yup, Val. Some people some people break up with you, or some people start being nasty towards you, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because things are going wrong in their life. It's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's just that they don't want to see you succeed. And so their love for you turns into their competition towards you. Let me give it back to you. Some people will see you succeed in a relationship. You're starting to elevate, and they're not of the mindset, and in their mind, they don't think that because you elevate that they want to celebrate you. Your elevation to some people that you date makes them into your competition. Yeah, they don't want to see you do good, so they start throwing shade your way. They don't want to see you doing good, so they make you feel bad about yourself. They don't make you feel bad about what you're doing, but if you're in a relationship with somebody, they make you feel bad about yourself, not the thing, because they don't want it to appear as if they're hating, but they make you feel bad about yourself, that you're not paying them enough attention, that you're not doing right by them, that you're not being the person that they first met, that you're so caught up into what you're doing that you're neglecting them. They will use your heart to bring you down. Yeah. They'll use your heart to bring you down. Do me a favor, everybody. I want to just take a moment right here. Do me a favor. Everybody tap that screen. Everybody tap that screen. Tap the screen. Yeah. So they will use your heart to bring you down. Instead of just trying to celebrate you, they will use the thing, the derivative, the root cause, yeah, and make you rethink your value. Yeah, I was talking to somebody one time, and I never forget. I was trying. This was many years ago. I had this. I was in school, right? And when I was in school, I would study, and I had test after test after test. Yeah, 15. Yep, I had test after test after test, and I'm getting ready to graduate from school. But I'm talking to somebody, and the person knows that I'm getting ready to graduate, and all of a sudden, they want to use, you don't have no time for me. You ain't got no more time for me. And I needed to study, and when I'm ready to hang up the phone, thank you, Val. When I'm ready to hang up the phone, Michael, when I'm ready to hang up the phone, they say, don't hang up. Why you want to hang up? Don't hang up. They know I had to study for this test. They know that graduating meant everything to me. But instead of them helping me, they wanted to make me think or make me feel guilty. They wanted to test my heart. Right. They wanted to test my heart. Why am I saying this to you? It's because we have to be careful of who we hook up with. Yeah. That's why it's important that you hook up with people that has the same frequency, the same vibration. They have the same, at least the same level of ambition. Yeah, you can't hook up with somebody who is used to staying home while you're used to being out. Yeah, you can't do that, because their stagnation will eventually spill over into your inspiration or your aspirations. Their stagnation will spill over into your inspiration or your aspirations. Yeah, I'm not, listen, hey, Mike, hey, DJ. Yeah, exactly. Yup, love me. Yeah, you want people that's on the same vibration as you. Yeah, so we don't go back to those that broke up. Number one, because they cheated on us. We don't go back to the one that cheated on us. We don't go back to the ones that's jealous of us. Right? And we don't go back to the ones, I got to give you this. We don't go back to the ones who that think that money is everything. Yeah. You don't want, if y'all broke up because of over some money, that's not your person. Cook, why can't I go back to somebody who think that money is everything when y'all broke up because of some money? Because if they stole from you, then they lied to you. And if they lied to you, then they cheated you. They'll cheat you. And God forbid, if y'all get married, they'll get that insurance policy. Listen, or don't want to give you exactly, Tim. Yeah, hey, look, hey, love me. Listen to me. Listen, I'm telling you straight up. They get that insurance policy. Listen to me. I just read about that doctor that was dating that he had a side and he tried to do something to his wife. No, listen. I don't want to listen. I don't, be it if money is everything. But I'm going to tell you straight up. I want somebody that respects money. Yeah, hey, love me. I want somebody that respects money. The same trick ones to serve. Exactly. I'm done. Yeah, Bev. Hey, DJ. I want somebody too that's not so stingy with money. Nothing is worse than dating somebody who's stingy. That's why you got to date somebody that's going somewhere, that wants to elevate. The worst person that you can date. No, I mean, one of the worst. Let me tell you something. When you go out 3 times. You know what I'm saying? For the men. You go out, men, I'm telling you, you go out 3 times. You can pay, you take the bill. But if she don't offer to pay, or y'all not gonna like me today. If she don't offer to pay, at least, man, listen. I can't tell you how many times I've dated. Hey, Sonia, I can't tell you how many times I've dated and I fit every bill. That stopped. Nobody wants somebody that's stingy. Hey, Sonia, baby, I don't want to date nobody that's stingy. What? No. I'm telling you, listen. Listen to me. I'm only telling you from experience. I dated, look, I was in a long distance relationship, right? I was in this one long distance relationship for 16 months. I was in this one long distance relationship. It was about, I'm gonna say about 14 months, right? Val, listen to this, Val. I was in this long distance. Oh, fortune said no woman is going to offer to pay. I was in this long distance relationship, right? So I was flying to California every single month. Did you hear what I said? I'm in a long distance relationship. I'm flying to California every single month. Listen to what I'm saying to you. She came here once. Out of a Val, listen to me. I went there at least 20 times because I would go sometimes twice a month. And she came here once. I'm saying to you, the reason I'm saying this, because you don't want to date somebody that's stingy. Then it's a difference between being stingy and frugal. If they're frugal, then you ought to be frugal too. Why? Because if they're not, because I'm saying, thank you, Viv. Let me tell you why. Well, did she? Or mine, Fortune. Listen, or mine. Hey, listen. If they're frugal, I'm telling you, if a person is frugal, listen. If they're frugal and you're not frugal, it's not going to work out. I'm not dating two types of people. I don't want anybody that's stingy, and I don't want nobody that's frugal. Because eventually, their frugal behavior or that frugal mindset will eventually come as a level of criticism toward you. And it's going to make you feel like you are a child. Yeah. No, that's the thing, Viv. Some women or men won't ask. Viv said, I think whoever asked the person out should pay the bill. No, it's just that wherever you are, somebody got to fit the bill. It should not be, it shouldn't be always 99 and 1%. It shouldn't be 90%, 10%. No. As it pertains to dinner, man, listen, as it pertains to going out to the movies, it should be at least 60. It should be at least 60-40. Minimum 60-40. 60-40. And I think y'all, and Kelly, they'll say, well, it's chivalry. Listen, all that, what y'all taught, ain't nobody gonna keep fitting the bill. And listen, I'm not fitting the bill no more. Yeah, I ain't fitting the bill no more. Those days done. I ain't fitting the bill. And nowadays, and I want to say something let me say something to all of the women here. Lately, through my studies, and the love of me say I ain't fitting the bill no more either. Listen, lately through my studies, from what I've been observing and through my surveys, a lot of women have been taking men out and the tables have flipped. I'm telling you, to all the women in here, I don't care how long you've been single. I don't care. And you find a good-looking man, do not take care of him. Thank you, Simmons. Don't take care of him. What I'm saying to you is that the bill should be 60-40. 60 him, 40 you. But stop. I don't know where we get into this mindset. It's sickening. I was at the gas station yesterday when I was coming home from church, right, Val? Kelly, listen to this, Kelly. I'm at the gas station yesterday and I'm coming home from church and the girl is pumping the gas. When did we start doing that? Like when? I'm coming home. The guy gets out of the car and asks her, you done? I'm saying to you, no matter how desperate you may feel to be in a relationship, no matter how sickening singleness may feel towards you, no matter how hard listen to me, I don't give a crap how long you have been single, do not be desperate. Straight up. Don't be desperate. You ain't desperate. Don't ever fall to the level of being desperate. I ain't desperate. You know what I'm saying? I ain't desperate. And listen, let me tell you something. For the past 3 years, for the past all my life, if you okay, yes, let me tell you something. There's a difference. Some of us look at being single as a curse. Single, all of my single people in here, you have to be proud of yourself. Cook, what you mean I need to be proud of myself? Singleness does not mean that you're desperate. Being single doesn't mean that you're desperate. Being single means that you are being single means that you're disciplined. Yeah, it means that you're disciplined. How so? How so? Mike, how so? Melissa, how so? Bev, how so? Viv, how so? Kelly, how so? It means that you are not willing to go out there and find anybody, because they say right that it's somebody out there for everybody. Right? It doesn't mean you're desperate. It just means that you are picky and you're disciplined enough. Yeah, we not, listen. Listen, let me tell you, the cashier just yeah, exactly, Kelly. Look, I was just in I'm in Target yesterday. And Target, exactly, I'm in Target yesterday. I go through the line. The cashier, she said, "Oh, what cologne you got on?" I told her, I told her the cologne. She said, I know your girlfriend is loving you. I said, I ain't got no girlfriend. She said, I could be your girlfriend. Hey, Val, listen, I'm saying, she said, I could be your girlfriend. You want to be my girlfriend? Okay. You want to be my girlfriend? Stop. But why am I saying this to you? Why am I saying this to you? I'm saying to you, don't get me wrong, I like that because she looked good. She's attractive. But the one thing that turned me off is that she made it known that she was a doctor. And this is just something that she does for extra money. When a person has to tell you what they do and who they are, and when they try to impress you about their title, that means that they're so caught that their identity is caught up in their title. And you never want to date somebody whose identity is so caught up into their title instead of their identity being caught up in who they are, because it's in who you are that makes you, not your title. Because who are you when you don't have a title? Who are you when you don't have the money? It's who are you when you don't have the money? So, I get my little bag. I get my little bag, right? I'm in Target. Target has the little spinning wheel, right? I mean, the little slide thing, not the spinning, little slide thing. So I get my little bag. She said, "Aren't you gonna ask me for my number?" I said, "Not at this time." Listen what I'm saying to you. You got to respect yourself. It doesn't mean I'm desperate. Am I single? Yes, I'm single. Do I want to be married? Yes, I want to be married. Do I want to be in a relationship? Would I mind being? No, I wouldn't mind being in a relationship. But there are things that's in my life right now that supersedes that moment. And you have to be willing to wait it out until your appointed time. There's an appointed time where you meet who you're destined to be with. You don't rush it. You don't stand on a corner and wait for it. But you have to continue to move in who you are. You have to continue to develop who you are. And I'm going to talk about that next Monday. Developing. You have to continue to develop who you are. And you have to continue to fortify. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You have to continue to fortify your peace, fortify your joy, and fortify your confidence. Cook, why do I need to fortify my confidence? Because there's a devil out there that's trying every day to strip you of your confidence. And the last thing you want to do is be an unconfident person dating somebody with confidence, because the person that's with confidence will eat you alive. No. Let me tell you something. I got to tell you this, and I'm closing. I got to tell you this. I'm closing. Let me tell y'all something. I think I told y'all this story before. I got to give y'all this. And for those of us, make sure that you follow this. Make sure you hit that follow button. Listen to what I'm saying. I got to tell y'all this story. Tiffany, I told the story. I lost everything. Val, I ain't want to date nobody. I ain't had no money. I didn't have any confidence. My soul was broke. My spirit was broke. My mind was broke. So I knew that I didn't have what it took to date. I had to focus on getting out of the mud. I had to focus on getting out of the gutter. Why? Because some people will date you while they're hurting. Some people will date you while they're bleeding, knowing that they're bleeding, knowing that they're hurting, knowing that they're in pain, knowing that they're in misery, knowing they just got cheated on, knowing they feel like crap. They are willing to bring it your way at your cost and at your heart's expense. Good God Almighty, Jesus. They'll bring it your way. They know they hurting. You hear what I said, Viv? They know that they are hurting. They know that they're in pain. They know they don't qualify right now to date somebody. But they will come and ease their pain. Lisa Stanfield said, "How can I ease the pain?" They will use you as a catalyst. They'll use you to ease their pain. Why? Because why? They can't be alone and suffer like this. Whenever God wants to get you together, I need to give y'all this. He's telling me to tell y'all this. Whenever God wants to get you together, he isolates you. When he wants to get your attention, he isolates you. When he wants you to awaken to what your possibilities are, what your greatness is. He isolates you. He positions you away from everybody so he can pour into you, so he can make deposits into you. He isolates you. And so because you're single right now is the time for you to allow him to make deposits in your life, for allow him to love on you and mature you for the one that's to come. Moses, he takes Moses out to speak to him. He takes him up on Mount Sinai to speak to him. Yeah, he takes him all the way. He takes David out there with stinky sheep to speak to him. I'm saying to you that while you are single, he wants to make you great. Well, while you're single, Val, he wants to make you great. There's greatness in you. there's greatness in you. And you have to take the opportunity of why you are single to allow him to pour into you, to allow him to elevate you, to allow him to take your anointing from place to place, take you on higher levels. And yes, there is on every higher level, there is a new devil, but you will be equipped that when you get to that next level, he's right there to meet you. Let me give you all this and I'm closing. I got to give this, Val. I got to give this. I'm single. And at this point, I'm broken. I ain't got no money. And I don't want to date because I know I ain't got what it takes to date. I'm in pain. And I know. So my cousin, my cousin's wife, she comes to me, right? She comes to me. Listen to this, Key. She comes to me, Val, and she said, I got somebody that I want you to meet. I said, I'm not in a position to date. I'm not in a position. I want to tell y'all why it's not good to date while you're going through, because people will date you while they're going through. So I said, I'm not ready to date. And she said, no, it'd be good. A month before this one, listen to it, a month before this one, I was at my buddy's wedding and he turned around and he gave me the little gardener belt. That was my fifth one. No, that was my fourth one. That was my fourth garter belt. He gave it to me. So now, now my cousin's wife wants to hook me up. I said, no, I'm not ready to date. I'm not ready to date. So listen to this. So she said, no, she already knows that you don't have no money. She already knows what you're going through. She already knows that you lost everything. She already knows that. Give her a chance. I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna give her a chance. No problem. I said, let me call her. Right. I called her. So keep in mind, she had been in a relationship for 4 years. Everybody put 4 in the chat. She had been in a relationship for 4 years. Everybody put the number 4 in the chat. She had been in a relationship for 4 years. 4 years. In the 4 years, DJ, her boyfriend only took her out 3 times. 1, 2 at the family reunion. 3 times in 4 years. 3 times in 4 years. 3 times in 4 years. I'm on the phone with her. I already know the background, right, Val? I'm on the phone with her and Tiffany and Bev. The second conversation that we have, she asked me, when am I going to take her out to dinner? She asked me when I'm going to take her out to dinner. I already know her history. I ain't even want to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just know I really didn't want to date her. I'm not, I ain't got what it take to date, but she understands what I'm going through. So I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? So I said, go out to dinner. She said, yeah. I said, didn't so-and-so tell you that I don't have any money? She said, yeah, but it's okay. We still can go out. I know you can find some money. So I said, look, I make him borrow. Back then, Applebee's had 2 for $20. Applebee's had 2 for $20. I said, I'll make him borrow $20 and we can go to Applebee's. She said, no. She said, I want to go to Ruth Chris. I said, Ruth Chris. I said, I ain't got no Ruth Chris money. Babe, I said, I ain't got no Ruth Chris money. She said, no. She said, no. She said, it's restaurant week. Now, I'm in Maryland, and in Maryland, restaurant week, that means that the entire menu is like $35. I ain't have $35, $35 per person. I didn't have $35. So I said, I can't afford to take you out. I can't afford Ruth Chris. She says to me, and this is why I'm saying this, that it's not healthy to date while you're going through. This is why it's not healthy. She says to me, do me a favor. Call me when you get some Ruth Chris money. And she hung up the phone. Why am I sharing this with you? It's because it crushed me. It hurt me. And I'm saying to you that as you're going through, as you're walking down Singleville, right, as you're walking down Singleville Lane, and you're making a right into Single Avenue, while you're going through this journey of being single, you have to continually renew your mind, and you have to continue. I said, City, I love you, baby. You have to continually renew your mind, and you have to continually build confidence up. Because two things, when you're waiting, when you when you are waiting, you cannot, if you are hurting right now and you're not in a position to date, it's okay. It's to all my single people, why, and I'm gonna talk about this next week. While you are single, you have to continually build your confidence up. Yeah, exactly, Val. You have to continually build your confidence up. In preparation, you have to prepare. Prepare is key. Cook, what do you mean? You got to prepare. You got to make sure your confidence is where it needs to be, because if you're not feeling confident and you meet somebody that is confident, their confidence will overwhelm you and put you in a position that you feel less than, that you feel lower than. And you don't want to ever date somebody or ever be in a relationship with somebody that's going to make you rethink your value. My time is up. My time is up. My time is up. Hopefully this blessed you. Hopefully you had an opportunity to gain something. We talked about why it's not good to go back to your ex. We talked about the 3 reasons why. Thank you, sis. I love you here. We talked about 3 things why it's not good to go back to your ex, and I'll further discuss it next Monday. We talked about the first reason is because people should only get one chance to play with your heart. If they mess that up, then they never. It's better to start over with somebody else to realize where you messed up than to go back to some trash. No, we don't go back. We don't go back at all. No, you only get one chance. Yeah, Christelle, you only get one chance to mess me over. The second thing is never to go back, because if y'all broke up because of money, then that means that they will cheat you. They will either lie to you, they'll manipulate you, or if you get married, they'll have an insurance policy waiting for you. And people credit like that. I ain't gonna lie, people credit like that. The next thing is that you don't want to marry somebody or date somebody that's just jealous of you, because their jealousy will turn the jealousy for you will turn their love into competition. And you don't want to date somebody that you're competing with. Yeah. And so we discussed, Val, the difference between dating a stingy person and dating a frugal person. You don't want to date a stingy person. Never date a stingy person, because their stinginess will overwhelm the relationship. Listen to where I'm going. Their stinginess will overwhelm the relationship. And only frugal people should date frugal people. Why? Because their frugalness will overwhelm you. It's a difference. Let me give it to you again for those that didn't hear. You don't date a stingy person, because their stinginess will overwhelm the overarching part of the relationship. And you don't date only frugal people should date frugal people. Why? Because if you date a frugal person, and you're not frugal, then their frugalness will overwhelm you. And we don't want to date anybody that's going to try to overwhelm, because I like nice things. I never forget. I was in, and I'm close with this. I was dating somebody, and I wanted to buy a sports car. right? 7-7. Listen to this. Mike, listen to this. I wanted to buy a sports car, right? So I'm dating the person. I said, look, I said, I'm gonna go to the it was an Acura, right? I said, I'm gonna go buy this Acura. First thing she said, well, why you want to spend all that money on a car? Because I like to drive nice. She said, all the women gonna be after you. That's what she said, Val. She said, all the women are gonna be after you. I said, but I'm loyal to you. She said, no, all the women, you want all the women? I said, without the car, it's gonna be like that. I'm saying to you, it's time for you to start being kind to you. Exactly, since that it's time for you to start being kind to you and not be worrying about who's somebody that's watching your money. Now, if you don't, and to all of those, do me a favor that's in here, I want to meet all my newcomers. I want you to put a heart in the chat. I want to be able to say hi and greet you. If this is your first time here, every Monday it's Coach Cook's University. Every Monday it's Coach Cook's University. Anybody got, before I close out, oh, hey, sweets, something, Olive, thank you, Bishop. Anybody has any questions before I close out? I want to open the floor, give you 5 minutes. I want anybody got any, thank you, Sin City, anybody, hey, y'all, thank you, hey, Sean from Orlando, thank you, anybody got any questions? Hey, Jenny, thank you. Anybody got any questions before I leave? Because I would not be a great teacher if I can't answer the questions. Some people, they get on platforms and they talk and they don't know what they're talking about. So therefore they can't answer questions. And I don't want to leave. Hey, Kenji, baby. Cristal. Cristal said, I need you to start over. And I don't want to leave any kind of stone. Hey, Cristal in Michigan. I don't want to leave any stone. If you have any questions, this is not a judge. This is a judge-free zone. So nobody's going to judge you. So if you have any questions about what I discussed, let me know. Do me a favor, share this out. Go through. You have a plethora. You have a plethora of my videos. You can go to my if you want a one-on-one, you can go to the link in my bio. You can go to www.richardtcook.com, www.richardtcook.com. Now unto him who is able to do everything but fail. Subject matter was why not to go back to your exes, LaShawn. Why isn't it good reason? Some people allow their desperation. What's the question, Cristal? What's the question? Cristal has a question. Yeah. What's the question? While she's formulating her question, I want to encourage each and every one of you that as I stated last night, and I'm going to state it again, do me a favor. I just went over that, Cristal. I said three things. One is because they should never have a chance to manipulate you again. The second reason is because because people learn your patterns. The reason that you should never go back to your ex because they learn your patterns. And if they know your patterns, they know how you move. And if they know how you move, it's easier for them to manipulate you. And once they manipulate you, you thinking that everything is gravy, but it's really not. They're playing you. And the worst thing that you want to do is have somebody play in your face and make you feel stupid. All right. I love you. Now unto him who is able to do everything but fail. And use your exact. Thank you for that, sweet. Hey, Crystal. Thank you for that. Crystal's in Arizona. Hey, sweet. Thank you, baby. Now unto him who is able to do everything but fail. Make sure that you be kind to yourself. Make sure that you love on yourself. Make sure that you know that you have a level of responsibility, a level of due diligence, a level of high capacity to love on you. You have what it takes to make yourself happy. You have what it takes to make yourself feel good about yourself. And you have what it takes to go to a higher level in God. Always make him the center of your joy. Always make him the center of your happiness. Until we meet again, I'll see y'all next Monday. For the remainder of the week on TikTok, I'm battling. So for the remainder of the week, I'm battling. But for those of us that are in here, I love you. I love you. Love you. Thank you for participating. God loves you best. Stay happy. Stay joyful.